that's what we've done lately to get top dollar.
So the big question is, what are top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate? To get the answers, we interview the top real estate agents to learn their secrets to success. If you would like one-on-one access to over 26 of the top agents in the country to help you scale your business, then head over to eliteagentsecrets.com/partner, or you can just click the link in the description below. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
I want to dive into your third and final topic. And I'm going to throw a curveball at you because your third and final topic is selling listings for top dollar. But I'd love to get some additional stuff from you on is, I know you've got your pond, but I'd love to get some, this is one of our best ways that we're still getting listings, even in the crazy market. But tell us why your third secret to success is getting listings, selling them for top dollar.
Well, we've had a phenomenal market the last 2 years. Now we're going into a shift. So we might want to talk about some tips for the shift because everybody needs to hear those as well. And I've dealt with the shift before, so I kind of know. So if you don't have Gary Keller's book, The Shift, I would totally advise you to go get it because you're going to need all 14 of those tactics in the next 1 to 3 months because we are shifting. But selling listings at top dollar, we have a very, I'm a systems person, so very set system for every listing. We do pictures on Mondays. We have a list of all the things that we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to prepare that listing for the market. We do unlimited photos, aerial photos. We have open houses for 4 hours Saturday and Sunday the first weekend. We have someone from our team on the shift from 12 to 2 and 2 to 4 Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes we have 2 agents in each shift. That way, any leads that come through there or any clients, they can convert those. If someone needed to leave that open house and go show, because we've had 40, 50 people in at a time in the open houses lately, one agent could stay there. One agent could go ahead and leave with that buyer and go show them other homes in the neighborhood. We make sure that they have market reports and other homes available in a list to show a buyer if they walk through and they're looking and don't have an agent. So that's really important. But just getting as much traffic in that first weekend as we can. We set our deadlines for our listings on Sundays at midnight. We tell our sellers that up front, please leave your house the first weekend because you're going to start having showings on Thursday up until at least 8 p.m. on Sunday. We should have at least 10 or more offers by then, and we should have at least one offer at 10% or higher over list price. That's typically what that looks like. It's changing. So we get all those offers in. We execute Monday. We execute a backup because typically when someone's paying 10% over list and that falls through, you put it back on the market. You're not going to get those higher offers again. So we always try to execute a backup contract. That way, if that first one falls through, that backup contract's there for that high price as well. And then you don't have to go back on the market and start over the showings and all that stuff too. So, that's what we've done lately to get top dollar for our sellers.
I really like that one. I know a lot of teams don't do that, especially where I'm at. There's lots of multiple offers everywhere. And then the challenge is if it falls apart, if you don't accept the backup, I really love that strategy that I don't feel really very many people do. It's I'm just going to take the best offer and they assume it's going to go through, but you're correct. If something happens where you put it back on the market, it loses momentum. It could cost your client thousands of dollars. So I love that strategy. That's awesome.
Yes. And also when you're a buyer's agent and you're showing your buyers and the listing agent comes back and says, do you want to be a backup? And everybody says no. And I'm like, I tell my agents, you be a backup. Because 60% of the first offers are falling through, and you have a better chance getting that backup contract executed than you do going out and competing for another home when you're competing, with the first offers. So get your backup agreement executed, and your buyer will more than likely have a 60% shot of getting that executed.
What I love is you're just I've just got this data. Like you said, you're a systems person. Statistics say 60% fall through. That's a huge number. So 1 in 2 of the people your agents work with go back up on, and one of those 2 will get that house. That's insane. I didn't realize it's that high. Now, let's talk, like you said, about also the current market. I'm curious, is it slowing down where you're at, obviously with inflation, all that? Are you getting less multiple offers, less contingencies being dropped? We're seeing this now. There's definitely been a shift. Houses on the market for weeks rather than 24 hours.
We haven't had that yet. Luckily, all of them have been selling the first weekend, but I think we're going to start seeing them taking longer. But we are getting less offers. The offers aren't like the appraisal waiver is a big deal here. So we will not accept an offer that's way over list price from a buyer on a listing unless they have an appraisal waiver, because the appraisal will come in and it doesn't appraise, and then you could have went with a lower offer because that price was not protected. So I'm not seeing as many appraisal waivers coming in. One of our tips right now that we've been talking about on our team is with interest rates going up, so many people bought their homes in the last 5 years or refinance. So those rates are a lot lower than what someone's going to pay now. So when we go on a listing appointment, it's very important to ask that seller if their loan is assumable. If their loan is assumable and they have like a 3% interest rate, you can market that to a buyer, and then the buyer can come in with a lower interest rate, assume the loan, and then get a smaller loan for that higher interest rate. So they're able to purchase a home without paying 7% interest.
I love that strategy because it's totally, you don't really see that often, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, in our market, it's very rare. I don't think I've actually seen in at least the last 3 or 4 months on any of the listings that we've put anything on. So that is a strategy as a buyer's agent that you could even potentially be asking the selling agent at the same time to
yes.
show and flex a little bit, where you're trying to be a little bit creative on the deal.
Yeah.
For sure. You have to get creative.
You're like, I've got to be honest, genuinely, like, I'm just so impressed with like your ability to systemize. You got your statistics. Like for our listeners, if you just can't tell from this podcast, like Amy just knows her shit, and it's just like, so I'm listening to you and I'm like, she just knows this shit inside out, back to front, upside down, eyes closed, hands tied behind her back. She can tell you and it's just like, it's amazing. It's like we only speak to the top 1%, and genuinely, you as a guest have just been one of the most, strategic, systemized, like, is this X, Y, Z? This is what I expect. These are my standards. And I absolutely love it. And I think anyone listening who is wanting to grow a successful team that stands the test of time, that they can earn basically unlimited income. If you don't listen to this episode and take heed of what Amy said, you are mental. But with that being said, Amy, I do want to give you the floor. So if people do want to reach out about place, or if you're buying or selling a home or anything else you got going on, you can let the people know, whether it's, phone, email, website, social media, and let the people know what you got going on if you have got anything else.
Sure. My phone number is 214-538-5215. That's my direct personal cell phone number. My email is amy@placedallas.com. Our Facebook is Amy Downs Team. If you are interested in Place and what that looks like as an agent, you can go to placedallas.com/careers. There's all kinds of information in there about what that looks like as a Place team. I think that's it.
Amy, this has been a phenomenal episode. Thank you for sharing all your secrets to success. It sounds like a hell of a lot of hard work, but ultimately, if you want to be the top 1% of 1%, this is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Amy, thank you for coming on the show, everyone. We hope you've enjoyed listening to this episode, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for listening to this episode. If you would like one-on-one access to over 26 of the top agents in the country to help you scale your business, then head over to eliteagentsecrets.com/partner, or you can just click the link in the description below.